I noticed lately is that a lot of men rather stay single because they're tired of giving their everything and ending up with nothing.
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at?
It seems like fewer men are showing up to dating events than in previous years, and more people are starting to notice the trend. Whether it's changing priorities, dating fatigue, or people choosing different ways to meet potential partners, attendance patterns appear to be shifting. In today's video, I've put together some of the most talked about moments surrounding this trend, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single clip because each one adds a new perspective to the conversation.
No men in sight. None.
Wow.
None. I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were I could not see one man outside of the people servicing tables at this place. So eventually I get the courage to go sit down with a group of girls at a table, and I'm like, yo, what are things at? Like, where are they? I know I'm late. Like, is there some sort of game going on where the men are in one room and the women are in another room? They were like, oh, girl, you just got here. You must not have heard. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, basically, about an hour ago, she came downstairs, took all the men, 10. Keep in mind, there's like 85 women and 10 men. She got the 10 men to choose the women that they wanted to come upstairs with them. So the 10 men out of 85 women chose 10 women to take upstairs. That's where they did the speed dating upstairs, while everybody else was downstairs looking at each other. Everybody was on their phones. Everybody was looking around like, what the hell is this? I have never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. The mismanagement, I don't even know where to start. This was a ticketed event. So the event owners knew, hey, we have 85 women RSVP'd and only 10 men. They knew that this was a problem going into the event. This was
Dating events seem to be attracting fewer men than they did in the past, and it's a trend that's becoming harder to ignore. As attendance shifts, more people are beginning to ask what's driving the change, whether it's evolving dating habits, burnout, or a preference for meeting people through other avenues. In today's video, we're breaking down some of the most interesting moments and reactions surrounding this topic. So stick around because every clip brings a different perspective and the discussion only gets more interesting.
My date just walked out on me within 30 seconds of seeing my face. He saw me. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He also, when he saw me, I was with Francesca, her boyfriend, and Nick. So, like, not the best look, like, situation-wise, but he kind of snuck up on me. He was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He never... Yeah, no, he walked in, like...
It really confuses me when people are confused as to why someone did something. Y'all agreed to go on a date. That man shows up to the date. There's you, your female friend, and 2 male friends. Not only is it a group of people that he does not know, but it looks like y'all are already on a double date. And you're confused as to why he did not want to stay. I swear some of y'all are stupid. Next time you go on a date with a guy, maybe don't show up with a group of people that this man does not know. And if it is going to be a group thing, at least tell him ahead of time, so that way he's not surprised when he pulls.
This was clearly intended to be a one-on-one date where both people could get to know each other. If someone unexpectedly brought several friends along, many people would probably feel caught off guard, since it changes the entire dynamic of the meeting. Instead of having a chance to build a personal connection, the focus shifts to a group setting. And it can also create uncertainty about expectations, including who is expected to pay. It's easy to see why someone might decide that the date wasn't what they signed up for.
Fit check, headed to a speed dating event that I am not excited about. This is actually my worst nightmare. But here we are, trying new things in 2025 in the name of IRL dating and deleting the apps. So here we go. Men act like the prize simply because we outnumber them. We outnumber them, like truly, like in there was like 75 women and 10 men. 10. I have so much to tell you. I lasted 17 minutes in there. Worst and only dating event.
I honestly find this trend fascinating because it seems that more women are attending in-person dating events while fewer men are showing up. That's a noticeable contrast to many dating apps, where men are often perceived to outnumber women. The different environments can create very different experiences, and attending these events may give people a better sense of the challenges others face when there's an imbalance in participation. It highlights how the dating experience can vary depending on the platform and the circumstances rather than being the same for everyone.
What's your ideal age range in a guy?
Probably like 20 to 22.
And what is your ideal race in a guy?
I guess white. I don't really have a preference.
And what is the minimum height that a guy can be?
I would say 5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah, I'd say 5'9" or higher. I mean, I prefer taller, but gotta give them.
Well, it's your preference.
Short kings are shot. Like they have.
But
They
you
make up for it. They always do.
Have you ever given someone under 5'9" a chance?
No, I have not.
And what's the minimum income that your ideal guy should make?
That's hard. Maybe like post graduation, after a couple years, like 80 grand.
What should he do to make that? Anything?
Gotta love the engineers. Gotta love the STEM boys.
Based off of those answers, the probability that you are going to find true love is 2.3%.
That's sad. I mean, it's true out here.
This is honestly eye-opening because it highlights the gap between expectations and reality in the dating world. For this woman, and many others searching for a very specific set of qualities, finding an ideal match may be more difficult than it first appears. A lot of people assume that certain traits or achievements are common, but the actual numbers often tell a different story. It's a reminder that perceptions don't always align with reality, and understanding that can lead to more realistic expectations when looking for a compatible partner.
Telling themselves all the time, they do it in my comments, they've done it in real life.
Ooh, how so?
Will admit that the only reason that they are asking women out on coffee dates are to check the vibe, to see if she's worth a $200 dinner, to see if there's chemistry.
A $200 dinner? Seriously, is that what's expected now? I mean, I can see why a lot of guys would want to remain single if that's the prospect and the apparent cost of dating nowadays. Or are some individuals just being silly on purpose and actually expecting someone to spend that amount without actually getting to know them? Of course, coffee dates are there to check and see if there's chemistry, if there's a vibe, because otherwise it would just be a complete waste of everyone's time, not to mention their money.
Just immature.
Well, that's not what I'm seeing that's immature here.
I personally, I'm not going out with men who have that type of mindset where I need to prove a dinner date. Like you can't just invest in a dinner date to get to know me. You can't just put in that upfront investment to get to know women.
Investment, huh? That's a nice way of almost equating women to property. Again, what a great step forward we're making here. But I would say that the individuals, whether it be a man or a woman, that aren't worth getting to know are the ones that insist that the other person has to spend a lot.
Starting with something simple like coffee, ice cream, or even a walk in the park is a perfectly reasonable approach to a first date. The goal is to get to know each other and see if there's a genuine connection, not to make a major financial commitment right away. Spending hundreds of dollars before you've even established basic compatibility doesn't make sense for many people, especially when meeting someone from the internet, where online profiles and first impressions don't always reflect who a person is in real life. A low-pressure first meeting lets both people decide whether they'd like to continue getting to know each other before planning something more elaborate.
On my way to one of the strangest singles events I've literally ever heard of. I'm getting in the car and I'm gonna go pick up my friend and then we'll tell you about it. So unfortunately my audio got butchered, but this is my friend Naomi and we're going to a singles event where you make a PowerPoint about your friend and then you present it to a bar full of singles. So we are each presenting each other. Okay, we're off to a horrible start. 0 out of 10. We were looking for parking and we saw these two really cute guys and they were communicating with us about a parking spot. And they were like, no, these people aren't leaving. And so we pulled up to them, we rolled down our window and we were like, are you single? And one of them said, no, we're not. And the other one said, yes, we are, is the conclusion of that.
Honestly, I think a lot of people forget that singles events are even an option these days. But based on what we've seen, it appears that many men have become burned out with modern dating and are no longer actively seeking out opportunities the way they once did. If they happen to meet someone naturally, they may be open to seeing where it goes, but many seem less interested in going out of their way to attend dating events or actively search for a relationship. Whether that's due to past experiences, changing priorities, or other factors, it's an interesting shift that's becoming more noticeable.
We have been waitlisted for speed dating. I guess way more women than men signed up. So unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go. But I guess I'm glad that they do that because if I showed up and there weren't very many men there, I think I would be very disappointed. Several of you actually told me that you got canceled on because not very many men signed up. And then one person said that they went and there just weren't very many men there. So I would prefer the way that I'm doing it. If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go. I also can see that it's probably not something that a lot of men think to sign up for. I mean, it took me a while to realize that it was a thing. I don't think they do a lot of advertising.
Honestly, the more videos I watch on this topic, the more surprising the trend becomes. I never expected to see singles events where women noticeably outnumbered men, especially considering the common perception of online dating. Yet these examples suggest that many men simply aren't showing up, making the shift in attendance all the more interesting. Whether it's a temporary trend or part of a larger change in dating habits, it's definitely something that's getting more attention.
Signed up for a singles event on Valentine's Day, and here's how it went. I was so nervous, you guys. This was a singles tournament at this paddle club here in New York City. You would play with different partners every game. It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit. There was food and drinks and a DJ, so the vibe was good, but I wasn't really vibing with anyone, so please keep pushing me to put myself out.
So, this could be one of the reasons fewer men are attending singles events. After difficult past relationships or constant exposure to negative dating stories online, some people may simply feel emotionally exhausted and decide to step away from actively dating for a while. Rather than putting themselves back into situations they expect will be frustrating, they may choose to focus on other areas of life and only pursue a relationship if it happens naturally. Whether that's the main reason or just one of several factors, it helps explain why some people are opting out of the dating scene.
What do men want us to bring to the table?
We want femininity, we want submissiveness, and we want a lack of conflict. As a woman, if you're just chill and you don't quarrel and nag, you don't even have to be good looking. Just don't annoy us. That's it. That's all you gotta be.
What is she doing, though?
Huh?
So everything I listed basically is not enough for you, but what are you listing that she's actually doing? Just don't be annoying. So what is she doing then? Sitting there?
So,
like, you're not giving any actual good characteristics that you're
lack
looking
of
for.
negative things,
of course,
is a thing. So like, you can go into the positive. Like,
so you
can
just
be
want a
pleasant.
partner?
Yeah, you should be positive. You should be pleasant. But like a lot of men, we don't want to deal with nagging and quarreling. A lot of women, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women don't bring peace to their man. And a lot of dudes, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, his life is difficult. He's already contending with the world. He doesn't want to go home where his peace should be and dealing with a quarreling, nagging woman. Just be his peace. That's it. Be his peace, be feminine, be submissive, and be attractive enough.
I mean, this could explain why some men aren't interested in attending these events. Standing around, making small talk with strangers isn't appealing to everyone. And many people would rather have an activity or shared experience that makes conversation feel more natural. If an event offers little beyond introductions and casual conversation, it's understandable why some might decide to skip it and look for other ways to meet people.
I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a Fishing for Love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to.
At the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their own dating preferences. Just because someone has a particular standard or looks for certain qualities in a partner doesn't mean everyone else has to agree with it. As this man pointed out, people are free to have their own preferences, and respecting that goes both ways. Healthy dating is about finding someone whose values and expectations align with your own, not criticizing others simply because they prioritize different things.
I'm not a wife, man. Because I'm not submissive? Because I won't just listen to or let a man rule me?
Whatever just reared up in you and whatever that means, yes.
Oh.
Because that's what you associate with being a wife. So if you're a black man and most black women talk like you said yeah. So what is a black man to do? Sort through all that?
If anyone loves me and want to be with me.
No. He's looking for a wife. See, that's what you ladies don't understand. So when you see black men who are not with black women, y'all get mad at black men instead of realizing and saying, black women, we got to do better. We lost another one.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think like that. I feel like love is no color on love. You can
But I just said if a black man was looking for a wife, I said, you think you could find one in the black community? You should go to another race. You said, I feel like you can go find.
This is honestly a difficult situation to watch. She traveled a long distance, likely spent hours getting there, and showed up hoping to meet someone, only to end up sitting by herself. Regardless of the circumstances, that would be disappointing for just about anyone. It really shows how unpredictable these events can be and how expectations don't always match reality, even after putting in the time and effort to attend.
Dating with us. Train to Leeds. Makeup check. We're here, let's sign in. Waiting. Getting nervous now. It's not going well so far. Sat on my own. Story of my life.
Whenever statistics like these come up, they can definitely catch people by surprise. Many people assume that certain income levels or physical traits are much more common than they actually are, so seeing the real numbers can challenge those expectations. Whether it's height, income, or any other characteristic, it's a reminder that public perception doesn't always match reality, and understanding the actual data can help create more realistic expectations.
Ideal age in a man?
22 to 28.
Ideal race?
White.
Minimum height in a guy?
5'10".
5'10"?
That's the minimum. Max is like 6'8". And that has been tested. I like being a monkey.
Minimum income?
You better be making big money.
Give me a number.
At least 80.
The probability of you finding your ideal man is a 1.5% chance.
One of the most striking findings from this discussion is that 22% of the men in the poll said they were single and not interested in being in a relationship. If that reflects a broader trend, it suggests that attitudes toward dating may be changing compared with previous generations. While the reasons can vary from person to person, it's certainly an interesting statistic that has sparked a lot of discussion. But don't go anywhere. The final clip is easily the most surprising one yet, and you won't want to miss it.
You're asking yourself, where are all the good men? According to my Instagram poll of 167,000 men, 26% are taken, 22% are single, but they just straight up don't want a relationship, which leaves approximately 50% of men that are available. Oh wait, but out of that, only 12% of men are actively dating, and 40% of men are looking to date, but they're waiting for a unicorn to come to them. I think that when women are asking where are all the good men, they're talking about that 40%.
Honestly, this man brought up several interesting points, especially his view that these events may not be marketed very effectively toward men. If one group doesn't feel like the event is designed with them in mind, that could certainly influence attendance. While there are likely many reasons behind the trend, it's an angle that's worth considering. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments. I read every one of them. I'll see you guys in the next one.